Todd Kent from Texas. He's a Republican candidate for Texas Congressional District 17. It's really good to have you on the program. Now, there has been a lot of discussion around whether this has been a fair trial or not. So let me ask you, do you think this has been a fair trial?
Well, if you go back to the House of Representatives, they took this up months ago, and they had 17 witnesses. They did not allow the president to bring in his own witnesses. Then the trial goes to the Senate, and what you had is each side had 24 hours. And I think the conclusion of most people at the end of that was we need to finish this off. I do believe it was a fair trial in the Senate. I'll tell you why. It's because in the House, they called 17 witnesses, and they sent those witness reports to the Senate, and the Senate considered those. If they wanted to consider more witnesses in the House, they should have done so.
I want to take a moment to talk about all this controversy around Alan Dershowitz's statement. He basically said that Trump being reelected works in the benefit of the public, therefore he hasn't committed an impeachable offense. What do you think about all this controversy around his statement?
Are you talking about Lamar Alexander?
Yeah.
Well, I think the controversy around his statement is that he's saying I don't agree with all the behavior of the president, but it didn't lead to what is impeachable constitutionally, and I think that it allowed him to take the middle of the road. You'll see over the next few days several senators trying to do what's best in their own interest in their own states, because they have to face an election in 10 months. And so they're going to say, I support the president, but they're also going to qualify that statement. So you're going to see a lot of people looking after their own interests over the next few days.
Now, Todd, just walk us through what should we expect to happen next?
Well, over the next few days, you're going to have a series of speeches, and these speeches are an opportunity for the senators to protect themselves, to say what they think, and then talk in a manner that's going to help them at home. Because you remember, every member, or at least a third of the members of the Senate, have to go back and face the voters. So that's what you're going to see, a lot of people qualifying their support for the president, either more support or less support, depending on what's happening in their home district. So it's very important to know that this is a very political process, and you're seeing it played out.
All right, Todd, we're going to have to leave that there for now, but thank you for joining us on the program. That's Todd Kent joining us from Texas.